Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, December 17th at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 715 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. The CDC banned evictions for those affected by COVID. Why are tenants being thrown out on the street? Tenants of Donald Trump and Jared Kushner companies receive $3.65 in PPP loan money, report says. Trump News, live, President considered refusing to leave White House in protest on Biden's Inauguration Day. Interior Department holiday party canceled after Secretary Bernhardt tests positive for COVID-19. Trump has reportedly been convinced he actually won, tells advisors he may not vacate the White House. Snow piling up as Syria storm takes aim at East Coast. She took her garbage out. When she went back in her house, a robber attacked her, cops say. Trump is reportedly considering a pardon for the Trump Organization's chief financial officer. New body camera video shows moments after Arbery shooting. Stay home, northeastern U.S. braces for major winter storm dumping several inches of snow overnight. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Russia's COVID-19 vaccine rollout draws wary, mixed response, the Associated Press. French President Emmanuel Macron tests positive for COVID-19 after experiencing symptoms, CNN. Winter storm dropped more snow in parts of the Northeast than all of last year's winter season, CNN. Nightmare Australia housing lockdown called breach of human rights, the New York Times. Global market stimulus hopes boost stocks to record, Bitcoin soars, Reuters. Here's the best look yet at Samsung's Galaxy Buds Pro wireless earbuds, The Verge. Bitcoin options daily trading volume crosses $1 billion as Bitcoin surges above $23,000, the block crypto. Facebook slams Apple privacy change again, suggesting it will kill free apps, CNBC. Fiji under curfew as powerful cyclone Yasa makes landfall, CNN. U.S. healthcare workers suffer allergic reactions to Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 shot, NET, seeking alpha. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. French President Emmanuel Macron tests positive for coronavirus. Trump's hatred of water restricting showerheads prompts new ruling. Trump's former Atlantic City casino to be blown up and you can push the button. Ingraham urges viewers to spend Christmas with families despite soaring COVID-19 cases. Winter storm brings heavy snow and strong winds to mid-Atlantic, Northeast. Fauci issues Christmas COVID-19 warning, we have a big problem. Trump team scrambles to secure more vaccination doses. Interior Secretary David Bernhardt tests positive for COVID-19. Seth Meyers roasts Trump after awkward report about his Mar-a-Lago neighbors. Chicago's top prosecutor blasts mayor over suit to block Bodegum video of botched raid. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Baby accidentally smothered, mom gets probation. Diver uncovers enormous shark tooth. Shots fired at police during chase. Nurse tests positive for COVID-19 again. Boy with cancer surprised by celebrities. Man leaves prison after life sentence commuted. Higher demand for holiday decorations this year. Schools encouraging traditional snow days. Meet black cowgirl who inspires children to read. Hairstylist opens full-service mobile salon. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. 51 is greater than 1. Who James Baldwin knew. Should Facebook be broken up? Messy snowstorm moves up the East Coast. French president has coronavirus, global vaccine rollout continues. Healthcare worker had serious allergic reaction after Pfizer's COVID vaccine. What New Yorkers need to know about the snowstorm. Viola Davis and company on Ma Rainey and Chadwick Boseman's last bow. Will the 2020 election ever end? The man I saw them kill. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Egbo, Smith helped number 7 Baylor women eat past Southern 86-52. Al-Shabaab operative who plotted 9/11 style attack on U.S. indicted, pleads not guilty. A. Scott Bolden, Biden must repair damage caused by incompetent Trump's rampage across our democracy. Francis Macron tests positive for coronavirus. Sam Jane, frontman of Brooklyn band Love is Laughter, dead at 46. Lorenzo Tolliver, former Baltimore Ravens RB, dead at 28. House Republicans urge Trump to veto omnibus spending bill. Playboy playmate Christiana recalls struggling with her size. I was trying to lose weight every day. Rep. Kevin Hearn, capitalism pulled me out of poverty. Why cannot AOC admit it saved her, too? Alaska airport terminal reopen after bomb threat, suspect in custody, report. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, December 17th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Mental health issues at crisis level for children during COVID pandemic, expert warns. Florida man grabs golf ball that landed on alligator's tail. Car crashes into home, kills Texas HS senior Aramis Mora as she took virtual classes. Stimulus package update, congressional leaders move closer to COVID relief deal. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, The Daily Mail. Naomi Ackie lands role of Whitney Houston in Sony TriStar's I Wanna Dance with Somebody biopic. Coronavirus UK, Revolution bar chain boss slams government's treatment of bars and nightclubs. Emmanuel Macron tests positive for COVID-19 and is self-isolating day after hugging Portugal's PM. Instagram model Jocelyn Cano dies age 29 after a botched foot lift surgery in Colombia. Pair arrested over abduction of 8-year-old Tilly in Bristol. Welsh Shadow Health Minister slams Labour government for another cock-up over 11,000 missed cases. Coronavirus ground zero Wuhan learns to party again a year after millions were locked down. Girl, 6, is forced to go to school looking like a tomato. More than half of schools in England had coronavirus cases in November, report finds. Where's Wilfred? Boris Johnson and Carrie Simons chose Dylan for Christmas card. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Investigative journalists turn the tables on the Kremlin. AP photos, Africa weathers COVID-19 storm in 2020. French President Macron tests positive for the coronavirus after showing symptoms. Iran's Rouhani says no doubt Biden will rejoin nuclear deal, lift sanctions. Putin says Russia has handled the pandemic better than most countries. India Supreme Court suggests government delay farm laws. Coronavirus vaccinations have started, but people in Africa face a much longer wait. Estonians erect statue and give home to beloved stray dog. China moon mission returns to Earth, vaulting nation into ranks of space powers. Russia's COVID-19 vaccine rollout draws wary, mixed response. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live news, EU states to start vaccinations on December 27, Macron tests positive for COVID-19. The 50 best films of 2020 in the US, No 2, Seoul. Alibaba offered clients facial recognition to identify Uyghur people, report reveals. 18 Son Cavani could face 3-game ban after fought charge over Instagram post. Cruise, pray, love, ties offered matchmaking river trips to holy sites. US FDA declares genetically modified pork safe to eat. Unseen Shirley Jackson story to be published. Not a Wonderful World, Why Louis Armstrong Was Hated by So Many. Grard Holier Memories, The Tour of the Trump and College Football Bedlam Classic YouTube. The 2020 Paradise Go to, Peter Bradshaw's Film Picks of the Year. The next headlines are from the 11th most popular news website, with 40 million estimated monthly unique visitors, The Wall Street Journal. Parsing the Fed, How the December Statement Changed from November. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Imprisoned 38 years, man exonerated of murder, I live knowing one day I'd be free. Chicago mayor apologizes to woman for wrongful police raid. U.S. plans new charges in 1988 Lockerbie airline bombing. 10 states sue Google for anti-competitive online ad sales. Al-Shabaab operative plotted 9/11 style attack, prosecutors. Tyson fires 7 at Iowa pork plant after COVID vetting inquiry. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Emmanuel Macron, French president tests positive for COVID. Road chaos across northeastern U.S. Lockerbie bombing, new suspect soon to be charged, U.S. media. U.S. snowstorm, tens of millions on East Coast to be affected. Bitcoin hits all-time high rising above $20,000. Cocaine post boat washes up in Marshall Islands. China biodegradable plastics failing to solve pollution crisis. Google ad practices under fire in new lawsuit. COVID, Melbourne Towers lockdown breached human rights. Viola Davis, in my world, there are a lot of Maureen Roys. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. You need to get him out of there. Vermont man with autism lived in 6 facilities in 1 year. What's a heater gonna do when it's 30 degrees? Restaurants face bleak winter in COVID-19. AP Top Stories December 17th. FDA Advisory Committee to consider second COVID-19 vaccine, this one from Moderna, during all-day meeting. Coronavirus updates, explosive surge in California, NFL to honor frontline healthcare workers, Twitter cracks down on misinformation. Chicago lawyers attempted to block release of video showing police handcuffing innocent, naked woman. We're against everything they stand for. LGBTQ-owned clothing company Virilis pushes back after Proud Boys wear its kilts. Coronavirus constrains Biden inauguration plans. Today in history for December 17th. FDA says Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine vials may hold extra obtainable doses, adding to U.S. supply. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Yes, Feinstein is the oldest U.S. senator, but she should be able to retire on her own terms. How we investigated toxic chemicals on airplanes. California's record COVID-19 surge persists, 51,724 cases and 393 deaths in a single day. COVID-19 vaccine rollout in Southern California. Santa may not need a heavy red coat when he visits Southern California. SoCal cities consider renew zero pay for grocery store workers amid COVID-19 surge. LA teacher surveyed express dismal views of distance learning. Christmas sing-along organized by Kirk Cameron draws hundreds of mostly maskless people, and criticism. California population growth hits record lows, stifled by COVID-19 and continued exodus. Brush fire threatens Getty Center, echoing recent scare. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, December 17th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. French President Emmanuel Macron tests positive for COVID-19 after showing symptoms and will isolate. Australian coal-fired power plant bought for $1.2 billion now effectively has no value. New Zealand's economy bounces out of recession with 14% gain in GDP. Pulse oximeters that measure blood oxygen levels are 4 times more likely to be inaccurate in black patients than white patients, study finds, as scientists worry the devices weren't designed to scan blood color through darker skin. Lloyd's market to quit fossil fuel insurance by 2030, world's biggest insurance market to end new investments in coal, oil sands and Arctic energy by 2022. Twitter to scrub post claiming vaccines cause harm or used to control populations in latest conspiracy crackdown. Australia's newest $1.2 billion coal plant written off as worthless. Tiny Pacific nation of Palau detains illegal Chinese fishing vessel. The archipelago nation, whose close relationship with Taipei has angered Beijing previously, stops boat alleged to have been harvesting sea cucumber in its waters. Saudi prosecutor seeks maximum jail sentence for women's rights activist, Lau Jane Al-Haq Lowell, one of kingdom's most prominent human rights campaigners, may face 20 years behind bars. France to become the first country to label electronics with repairability tags. New Zealand to purchase COVID-19 vaccines for Pacific Island neighbors, including Samoa and Tonga. UNICEF to feed hungry UK children for first time in 70-year history. New Zealand secures enough vaccine for all New Zealanders, and 6 Pacific nations. 1/3 of Japanese want Tokyo Games cancelled, poll shows. The next headlines are from Forbes. Will gold prices skyrocket in 2021? What to watch for? Holiday vintages from 6 Italian wine regions. EU's highest court deals Volkswagen yet another Dieselgate emissions cheat blow. French President Macron tests positive for COVID-19. Everton challenge top 4 as Ancelotti adapts with Godfrey and Holgate. EU green investment classification is necessary but needs improvement. Al Horford has unique opportunity in OKC this season with Thunder. Nuclear industry sees its survival in the need for carbon capture. Light Below Zero hits landmark 150th episode with new season of challenges in the Alaskan wilderness. Anita Hill issues powerful Hollywood Commission report, 5 reasons entertainment culture will change. The next headlines are from Nature.com. What are COVID archivists keeping for tomorrow's historians? How I embrace diversity in my lab. Research roundup, reproductive health. Why is long-lasting birth control struggling to catch on? Farewell to Europe's Horizon 2020. Could you prevent a pandemic? A very 2020 video game. Beta birth control. Creation of bladder assembloids mimicking tissue regeneration in cancer. How a torrent of COVID science changed research publishing in 7 charts. Beta human papillomaviruses and skin cancer. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,673,280,658 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Disney sets Liu Kang as head of Asia Pacific, excluding India. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Hamilton creator, was hailed as a dynamic talent off-Broadway. Shake-up at Middle East broadcaster NBC Group, Sam Barnett returns as CEO, Marc-Antoine de Halluin steps down. France President Emmanuel Macron tests positive for COVID-19. Level Forward acquires North American rights for South by Southwest title. I'll meet you there exclusive. Kimura Hana death, Japan police open case against alleged bully. Clive Davis pre-Grammy Gala will go virtual for 2021. Japan police file murder charges in Kyoto animation arson case. The Masked Singer finale reveals son as winner. Here's the identity of the final 3 celebrities. 5 screenwriters on their hopes for movie theaters and Warner Brothers HBO Max strategy. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. ER doctor says he walks into a war zone every day. Losing a generation. Fall college enrollment plummets for first-year students. French President Macron tests positive for coronavirus. U.S. passes 3,600 daily coronavirus deaths, breaks prior hospitalization record. Google AI team demands ousted black researcher be rehired and promoted. New Zealand will give free coronavirus vaccines to residents, neighboring nations. Some vials of COVID-19 vaccine contain extra doses, expanding supply, FDA says. Twitter to remove or replace warning labels on COVID vaccine conspiracy tweets. Tyson Foods fires 7 plant managers over betting ring on workers getting COVID-19. Devices used in COVID-19 treatment can give errors for patients with dark skin. The following headlines are from the week. 17 things you've already forgotten happened in 2020. French President Macron tests positive for COVID-19 after exhibiting symptoms. Call it the Trump vaccine if you must. Plutocrat charity is no substitute for a welfare state. The problem with muting your friends. The GOP is always looking for a fight. 5 insanely funny cartoons about Trump's election fraud failure. Biden's inaugural committee is offering donors VIP tickets to its virtual events. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Seth Meyers guess what happens to Trump if neighbors bar him from Mar-a-Lago. For decades, this World War II veteran has been making hundreds of wooden toys a year to give away. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Why the South is organizing its own Green New Deal. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Holiday instability. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. 3 things we've learned from NASA's Mars Insight. The next headlines are from Universe Today. China's Chang'e 5 probe drops off moon samples at the climax of a historic mission. Next generation gravitational wave detectors should be able to see the primordial waves from the Big Bang. Attention astronauts, fresh radishes are now on the menu. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, December 17th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. World's biggest iceberg on collision course with South Georgia Island. Ursid meteors peak around the solstice. Jupiter and Saturn's great conjunction is December 21st. What are your chances of a white Christmas this year? Favorite photos of 2020's Geminid meteor shower. The next news is from Politico. Boris Johnson urges a confusing little Christmas. Never Trump movement splinters as its villain heads for the exit. It's nonstop. Georgia Senate battles rage far from Atlanta. Everything's great. GOP ditches election postmortems. GOP launches legal war on absentee voting ahead of Georgia runoffs. Pence prepares to confirm Trump's loss and then leave town. Bill to restrict info about judges stumbles in Senate. Interiors Bernhard tests positive for COVID-19. House intends to continue pursuing Mikan testimony in 2021. From fixing potholes to managing billions, is Buttigieg ready to be transportation chief? The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australia versus India first test live updates, day 1 from Adelaide Oval. Coronavirus NSW Hive updates. Sydney records 17 COVID-19 cases. Northern Beaches on high alert. Race by race preview and tips for Randwick on Saturday. Today's cartoons, The Illustrated News. Best of Cartoons, December 17, 2020. Best of Cartoons, December 18, 2020. Christmas plans teeter on the edges. NSW arrivals to WA told to self-quarantine. French President Emmanuel Macron tests positive for COVID-19. Ruminating on the digestion of a cow. Brisbane Airport cracks down on planes veering off flight paths. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. COVID-19 has been devastating for college students, and nearly half say the pandemic will impact their degree completion. French President Emmanuel Macron tests positive for COVID-19 after showing symptoms. NerdWallet, want a bigger paycheck? Revisit your W-4 for 2021. NerdWallet, how to negotiate car buying fees and recognize the bogus ones. Europe markets, European stocks buoyed by Brexit deal hopes, as the pound and euro rally against the dollar. Next Avenue, why this is the perfect time to have the talk with your parents. Twitter find over bug that caused protected tweets to become public, in landmark data privacy case. Police dog working at Hong Kong airport placed in quarantine after positive COVID-19 test. Paris City Hall fined for employing too many women in senior roles. The Moneyest, my wife and I missed mortgage payments due to debts, yet she asks about vacations and hides her finances. What do I do? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Why patents on COVID-19 treatments, vaccines should be suspended, USA Today. Thailand's DIP revives proposed amendments to the Patent Act, intellectual property, Thailand, Mondak News alerts. Filing trademark applications covering cannabis goods and services in Thailand, intellectual property, Thailand, Mondak News alerts. PTCL, Ufone CEO Rashid Khan passes away, Geo News. Research and innovation, 64% of the 235 leading innovators are Indian organizations in South and Southeast Asia, IndianWeb2.com. The Indian IP Office's approach to DNA patenting reveals gray area around gene patents, Lixology. Everyday IP, when were socks invented, intellectual property, Luxembourg, Mondak News alerts. Emails show Navy's UFO patents went through significant internal review, resulted in a demo, the drive. FDA, USPTO data show earlier small molecule drug patenting, Law 360. Breaking the 5G curve by looking beyond the US patent system, IPWatchdog.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. Russian and French misinformation trolls have targeted African voters on Facebook. COVID-19 further exposes inequalities in the global financial system. Indians are frantically Googling how to invest in the country's COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Netflix adds Zimbabwean billionaire strive Macy Iwa to its board. Uganda wants Google to shut anti-government YouTube channels ahead of its election. Who's ready for a 29-hour virtual office party? Farm workers, firefighters, and flight attendants jockey for vaccine priority in the U.S. The case for mandating a COVID-19 vaccine at work, and a case for merely encouraging it. The city of Paris was fined for putting too many women in charge. What vaccine distribution planners can learn from Amazon and Walmart. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. NY Governor Andrew Cuomo signs law banning sale of Confederate flags that will absolutely get nullified. Content moderation case study, Vimeo moderates upload of commercial use videos using unclear guidelines, 2009. Copyright trolling SEO scam, changing the photo credits on Wikimedia Commons. A national solution to the digital divide starts with states. Lindsey Graham's latest attack on Section 230, reform it by 2023, or we take it away. Daily Deal, the IAT Skills Bundle. Smaller internet companies say they're open to 230 reform, to keep Facebook from being the only voice in the room. FCC accused of falsely inflating U.S. gigabit broadband availability. Security researcher reveals SolarWinds update server was secured with the password SolarWinds 123. French film company somehow trademarks planet, goes after environmental goes for using the word. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Coinbase. Lorenzo Tolliver. Stimulus check. India versus Australia. Ollie Larder. Lakers versus Suns. Ron Johnson. Leanne Rimes. Britney Spears. Blob Opera. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Body of football icon Diego Maradona must be conserved for future paternity cases, court rules. 10 U.S. states sue Google for colluding with Facebook to rig online advertisement market. UFC star Brandon Moreno reveals why feared for his testicles after excruciating low blow during title fight with Figueiredo. Putin says collaboration between UK's AstraZeneca and makers of Russian Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine good for whole world. Putin wants to cut poverty in Russia by half in next decade. The end of the Virgin Wars, streamers and viewers weigh in after Twitch announces simp ban. Putin claims opposition figure Alexei Navalny working with American intelligence, says Kremlin not behind his alleged poisoning. Deadly brain-eating amoeba spreading across U.S. via interconnected freshwater systems. Making something out of nothing, Man United forward Cavani charged with misconduct over Negredo's social media post. U.S. decries disinformation from Taiwan politicians over food safety of pork imports. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Top social media execs donated to Biden campaign while censoring NY Post's Hunter story. UK Supreme Court accepts Guaido's appeal for control over Bo's seizure of Venezuelan gold. Space Command says Russia just tested another anti-satellite missile, Blash Hostile Act. Norway's 2021 oil investments set to fall less than feared. How to make a face mask, 2020's top UK Google searches. Russian forces establish presence on Syrian-Iraqi border. Year Zero. Anti-cop climate sparks NYPD exodus. Why people don't trust Pfizer's COVID vaccine. Biden names as climate czar former EPA chief blamed for Flint water crisis. The next headlines are from Breitbart. GOP leader McCarthy, FBI stonewalling on briefing Congress on Eric Swalwell's reported Chinese spy ties. NBC's Mehdi Hassan, sociopathic Trump should be prosecuted for American coronavirus deaths. Corporations can be listed as chair of Biden's inauguration for $1 million. Billboards boast Satanic Temple's religious abortion ritual. Ann Coulter, Breonna Taylor, the true story of a BLM hero. Leslie Jones, Raphael Warnock, John Ossoff give me most hope I've had since MLK and JFK. Dem Senator Carper on Hunter Biden special counsel, we should move on and focus on vaccines. Rock band Death Cab for Cutie raises $100,000 for Stacey Abrams voter group. Survey, majority of U.S. voters oppose globalist Great Reset initiative. Celebrities praise Tom Cruise's scolding Mission Impossible crew for violating coronavirus rules. The next headlines are from UPI News. Man waits almost an entire year to collect lottery jackpot. Watch, Xbox game projected on side of mountain breaks Guinness record. Look, hawk flies into home, perches on Christmas tree. Watch, missing Chihuahua reunited with California family after 5 years. Watch, Illinois couple recaptures dining out experience in modified van. Watch, man pays off boss library fees for book 48 years overdue. Message in a bottle from Canada washes up in North Carolina. Watch, 8.5-foot boa constrictor captured in Florida. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 8 Best Monster Movies of the 2000s, ranked. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Watch this grandmother working at McDonald's get unforgettable surprise from a secret Santa. Bus driver makes detour so daughter can see her mom at senior home, it just hit my heart. France to become the first country to label electronics with repairability tags. Positive outlook predicts less memory decline, says new research. The mind-blowing mathematics of snowflakes. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, December 17th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. You have the right to record police in public, federal court rules. China advises flight attendants to wear nappies for COVID protection. Texas wedding photographers have seen some $, plus. China welcomes WHO team to investigate coronavirus origin, report. Menashe woman texted her dad she was being stabbed, and police swarmed, she meant swab, for COVID-19. A Christmas Story's Peter Billingsley, prop man on film reel chewing tobacco. Fugitive found hiding in clothes dryer after leading police on high-speed chase in Ogden. Cookie Monster mural puzzles artist and enrages property owner. State trooper stops vehicle covered in Christmas lights. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Lyft's 2023 target for a driverless taxi launch looks overly optimistic. Review, Neuraloop's personalizable wireless earbuds are an intriguing AirPods alternative. Here's how neuroscience can protect AI from cyber attacks. Texas sues Google for its unlawful monopoly in the ad business. How to balance customer satisfaction and profitability. Google's new open-source AI model understands Indic languages better. Google's latest Chromecast is finally getting Apple TV+. Watching people pretend to be vampires is what got me through 2020. Google Photos' new AI-powered feature turns your 2D snaps into cinematic 3D images. Winklevoss comes out of meditation to witness Bitcoin's record high. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Potential treatment approach kills lymphoma while sparing healthy cells. Experimental vaccine can counter dangerous effects of synthetic cannabinoids. How the spread of the internet is changing migration. Dark storm on Neptune reverses direction, possibly shedding a fragment. Researchers identify neurons that control nausea-like responses in mice. Many Americans reported economic hardships even early in the COVID-19 pandemic. Driving force behind cellular protein factories identified. COVID-19 spread increases when UV levels decrease. Saturn moon, Enceladus, could support life in its subsurface ocean. The 16 facial expressions most common to emotional situations worldwide. The next headlines are from Information Week. Can reskilling lead to lasting jobs in digital and cloud? Automation reps pandemic IT toolbox. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, December 17th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards launch services contract to Blue Origin for New Glenn launch services. NASA awards contract for research and education support services. NASA, USDA sign agreement to improve agricultural, earth science research. NASA supports America's national strategy for space nuclear power and propulsion. NASA, Canadian Space Agency formalize Gateway partnership for Artemis program. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Bayou's early signing class is on the small side, but Kalani Sitek says Cougars meeting their needs. Corner Canyon QB Jackson Dart is headed to USC. Here's where some other top Utah prep football recruits are going. 10th incarcerated person dies after COVID-19 positive test. Episode 6, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City go to Sundance, sort of. The Weekly Housewives Watch, Sundance City. Utah's Sean Reyes joined lawsuit against Google for its ad practices. Jamel Bowie, 6 weeks of Republican shamelessness have done real damage. Pilot killed in gyrocopter crash near Heber Valley Airport. Utah football recruit Peter Castelli will enroll next month as early signing period begins. 19 more Utahns have died from the coronavirus, with another 2,928 new cases reported. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. The Orion spacecraft is now 15 years old and has flown into space just once. Liquid pistons inside out rotary X-engine wins Army research contract. AI just controlled a military plane for the first time ever. Amazon wants to scan your body to make perfectly fitting shirts. Boring Company proposes massive Vegas expansion following monorail bankruptcy. Up to 3 million devices infected by malware-laced Chrome and Edge add-ons. Why Google's Big 4-year Android update promise is a little misleading. UK politicians call for making the resale of goods purchased using an automated bot an illegal activity. Google will officially support running Chrome OS on old PCs. The first person in the UK to have air pollution listed as a cause of death. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Dozens of St. Louis firefighters respond to warehouse blaze. Another reported track coach victim comes forward about 2008 sex abuse case, school accused of failing to report. St. Louis County Police Commissions recognizes, honors a father's sacrifice. Patrons honor memory of Ellisville bar owner who died after testing positive for COVID. Chicago officials try to block video of woman naked, handcuffed and botched raid, attorney. Chesterfield police says they do not have authority to enforce St. Louis County health mandates. Man charged with Hazelwood triple shooting. Illinois congressman targeted nationwide fraud scheme. Video footage released of DeSoto officers charged for beating inmates in September. St. Louis baseball fans happy to see Negro Leagues given overdue recognition. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. South Bay family plans to give away treasure gift they bought for late daughter. We are being left behind. Struggling tenants call for debt relief, extended eviction protections. Deputies seek help locating missing Vista teen. County won't enforce COVID-19 closures for restaurants while it reviews new ruling. County helps slammed hospitals divert certain ambulance patients. Local restaurants petition to bring back outdoor dining. SoCal woman admits to $500K COVID relief fraud, says she watched YouTube how-to videos. Southwestern College selects alumnus Mark Sanchez as next president. Man accused in fatal Bonita shooting of 19-year-old woman pleads not guilty. Judge lets San Diego strip clubs remain open. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Harvard cybersecurity experts discuss Russian breach. High tech in China, the long game spying in the United States. Facebook under fire for using Israelis from notorious unit to spy on users. Senator Cotton calls on Swalwell to hold press conference, explain Chinese spy ties. Israeli spy firm suspected of accessing global telecoms via Channel Islands. Suspected Russian hack of U.S. government brings attention to obscure IT firm. Hunting down the Portland spy ring. MI6 high-risk secret agent crossed red lines overseas. Hack brings unwanted attention to obscure but vital IT firm. Texas-based IT firm Solar wins in the spotlight after government hack brings unwanted attention. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. By Systems reveals its design of U.S. Army's future light tank. U.S. Air Force for the first time flew AI as aircrew member. South Korea becomes world's 10th largest arms exporter. South Korea set to order MH-60R Seahawk helicopters. Subsea Craft and Bar Technologies partners to build futuristic hybrid submarine. Russia deploys new avant-garde nuclear boost glide vehicle into combat duty. Sale of ACE-RU electronic warfare aircraft to Italy approved. U.S. military signs joint defense research pact with ANWA. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Mom's best red braised whole fish. Chinese capsule returns to Earth with moon rocks. Chinese songs that say me too. How Kublai Khan's Yuan complicates the notion of China. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, December 17th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Richmond man found fatally shot in his car, police investigate. First COVID-19 vaccines in Marin Company given to Kaiser workers. Bay Area hospitals ready to expand intensive care unit capacity. San Diego pauses enforcing COVID-19 restaurant restrictions. Bay Area woman victim of ed fraud. More vaccines are being developed. Oakland police arrest suspects in juvenile violent crime spree. Harry and Meghan launch royal podcast. Skepticism in Latino community over COVID vaccine. COVID vaccine, here's who could be included in next phase. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Asian shares climb on hopes U.S. to finally get more stimulus. Chinese capsule returns to Earth carrying moon rocks. James Davis back on court for Lakers as season draws near. Round Lake Park man accused of revenge killing in Chicago. As suburban hospitals start receiving vaccines, state's second shipment to be cut in half. Illinois struggles to recruit in-state kids. Could Jeff Monken's triple option fix that? Antigen testing. Vaccines start to help fight big hospital numbers in Kane County. Lake Zurich trustee pleads not guilty to domestic battery charges. Family's 6-year search for missing relative ends with news of Elgin Memorial Service. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Peru. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Canada, Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Red alert for tropical cyclone Yesa 20. Population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0.132 million. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, December 17th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Freezing temperatures expected Thursday morning. Houston doctor uses Twitter to share post-vaccine journey. Memorial Park marks milestone construction in Land Bridge and Prairie Project. 3 Houston area high school players up for 2020 Mr. Texas Football Award. Former HPD Captain Mark Anthony Aguirre charged with holding air conditioning man at gunpoint in fake voter fraud conspiracy. Independent autopsy report shows man shot by Lamarck police was hit in the back. Family of woman killed in HPD raid plans to release new findings, attorney says. Man found shot to death after Missouri City ambush. Houston area student athletes take spotlight on National Signing Day. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Beyond the no-knock, push in states to reform police tactics. Moon rocks in hand, China prepares for future moon missions. Snow days, virtual opera, the office holiday party goes on. Taiwan reports 8 new cases, including 4 more Moscow Ballet members. Taipei City rolls out preventative measures for countdown party. Rights group, Egypt imposes collective punishment at prison. Forceful lyrics on domestic violence strike court in China. The following headlines are from the Gothamist. More District 75 schools will open for 5 days a week classes in January. Extra, wedding photographer recounts nightmare pandemic wedding. No one will pay a penny, Cuomo says insurers must pay cost of vaccine administration. State Supreme Court refuses to delay ranked choice voting in NYC. It's no joke, the pandemic snowstorm of 2020 has begun. Tips for ordering food during a snowstorm during a pandemic amidst a restaurant industry crisis. Congress reportedly nearing stimulus deal with terrible news for New York. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Rare sighting of bobcat in the Bronx River, a sign of a healthier waterway. COVID-19 vaccinations begin at Elmhurst Hospital, once the epicenter of New York City's pandemic. The next headlines are from Observer.com. Jeff Bezos teams with Bill Gates to back electric plane startup Zero Avia. Synapse XT reviews, scam complaints are legit tinnitus pills. John F. Kennedy's former Georgetown home sold for $4.2 million. Upcoming artist Hunter Biden will be represented by the Schwarzbergs Gallery. Elon Musk's Boring Company plans Las Vegas takeover after monorail goes bankrupt. Princess Beatrice denies breaking UK lockdown rules after dining out in London. Box office experts debate how to judge success after COVID-19. Best places to buy diamond engagement rings, top online jewelry stores of 2020. New magic mushrooms could fix depression, addiction, epilepsy, and more. The Mandalorian Endgame may very well be a planet-sized adventure. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.1 mag strikes near Severodvinsk in Russia. Minor earthquake, M3.8 quake has struck near Falls Pass in Alaska. Light earthquake, M4.6 quake has struck near Itomen in Japan. Minor earthquake, 3.1 mag was detected near Coyanosa in Texas. Minor earthquake, 3.1 mag was detected near Mena in Nevada. Moderate earthquake, M5.1 quake has struck near Molucca Sea. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag strikes near Mitsukato in Japan. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Palichora in Greece. Minor earthquake 2.8 mag, 16 kilometers east by southeast of Castledale, Utah. Minor earthquake, 3.3 mag strikes near Sandpoint in Alaska. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Energy efficiency for developing countries, pivoting from fewer inputs to more outputs. Lockdown in chains. Cichiturgi epitomizes the new leadership model of UN resident coordinators worldwide. Pandemic puts Jamaican children at heightened risk of abuse. Getting children in Lebanon back to school amongst multiple crises. USA downgraded as civil liberties deteriorate across the Americas. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Trust the scam, Barr resigns after covering up Epstein case, hiding Hunter Biden investigation. Rafael Correa on Venezuela, Assange, and preventing the total destruction of our homeland. Twitter to remove harmful, misleading or false information on COVID-19 vaccinations. Great Reset, 61% of nations have decimated liberty with COVID restrictions. Congress to pass $17 billion bailout of airline shareholders and bondholders, to top off prior bailout. Industry applauds, airline stocks jump. The sabotage of the U.S. Postal Service is a national security matter. Watch, cops raid wrong home, humiliate naked woman, attempt to keep video secret. The end of the Facebook crime spree. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Is this abandoned train tunnel real? Teams say Indian names show respect, history says otherwise. Is SF changing the name of a school because Lincoln didn't show Black Lives Matter? Debunking Trump tweets, popular vote totals indicative of rigged election? On a mission, Tom Cruise insists on social distancing on set. Chihuahua dog missing for 5 years in California is found. Did Trey Gowdy say he was madder than hell at Pelosi's COVID relief remarks? Prague Zoo's month-old Sumatran orangutan finally has a name. Florida's new python-sniffing dogs have first success. MLB reclassifies Negro Leagues as Major League. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Instagram post distorts facts on COVID-19 death reporting. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. MAGA fanatic gym tycoon leads anti-lockdown uprising. The best last-minute gifts on sale right now on Amazon. Going 10 rounds with fashion designer and Via One Tequila co-founder John Varvatos. Stephen King's Guide to a Pandemic-Ravaged USA. Out of work and out of money, how COVID nearly ruined this flight attendant. The key to Biden winning over the left. Financial Batman in the lead to run Biden's Central Intelligence Agency. The mistake Obama made, and Biden cannot afford to repeat. Mike Pence's mission is slavish devotion every day till January 20th. Ben and Jerry defend Colin Kaepernick ice cream flavor against right-wing trolls. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Twitter reverses changes to retweet function following election. Armed robbers steal $100K from NYC jewelry store. Colombian woman killed after beheading owl on video. Tiger King star Joe Exotic sues Justice Department over rejected pardon. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. 40 years after Voyager, scientists push for new missions to Uranus and Neptune. Hibernating lemurs may be the key to cryogenic sleep for human space travel. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Major moment, first COVID-19 vaccine approved in the U.S. New analysis shows Moderna vaccine is at least 94% effective. Doctor on next steps as Americans begin to receive COVID-19 vaccines. First U.S. coronavirus vaccine recipients on side effects, message to skeptics. First nursing home residents get COVID vaccine as rollout expands. U.S. nears 17 million cases amid historic mass vaccination program. Intensive care unit nurse shares COVID-19 vaccination experience. Major storm hits East Coast with heavy snow and fierce winds. Deadly snowstorm pummels East and impacts pandemic response. Major snowstorm bears down on the Northeast. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Do aliens exist? Astronaut claims he actually saw one. Does the Vatican have a telescope called Lucifer? The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Ohio compelled by court to make gender changes on birth certificates. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot apologizes for police raid, says she was unaware of city effort to suppress video. 2 people dead in 30-car highway pile-up amid snowstorm in central Pennsylvania. $2,000 reward for info regarding unlawful killing of Wyoming grizzly bear. When is the NYPD going to fire James Coble? Tourist demands action on inspector accused of racist ravings. 107-year-old Minnesota woman survives COVID 100 years after besting Spanish flu pandemic. Naples residents sweat out St. Gennaro's blood failing to liquefy. Jehovah's Witnesses suspend door knocking amid pandemic. Tyson Foods fires 7 managers accused of betting on employee COVID infections. Trump rants sad Fox News is in limbo land, while praising its conservative cable rival OWN. The following headlines are from military.com. Army announces plan to field camo face mask to soldiers. A man disqualified from joining the Army allegedly returned and shot up the recruiting station. 3 female Marine officers to attempt infantry officer course as another graduates. Army combat medics evaluate lifelike female trauma mannequin. 6 major veterans orgs to White House, fire VA Secretary Wilkie now. The VA has a hospital named for a slavery-supporting Confederate doctor, and it won't change, Wilkie says. Air Force U-2 surveillance plane flies first mission with AI co-pilot. Over-the-counter home test for COVID-19 gets U.S. green light. The Army's newest vehicle is actually a heavy-duty bridge. Taliban team in Pakistan as calls grow for Afghan ceasefire. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, Mayor Lori Lightfoot's apology doesn't undo the trauma Chicago police inflicted on an innocent woman during botched raid. Amid its war against COVID-19, Roseland Community Hospital makes symbolic choices for first 5 employees who will be vaccinated. Police release picture of Jeep wanted in connection with October slaying. Mayor Lori Lightfoot apologizes for wrongful raid, said it was a mistake to try to stop CBS from airing body camera video. More Illinois hospitals begin vaccinating healthcare workers as state and federal officials clash over size of future shipments. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, Pritzker clashes with feds over size of future vaccine shipments as 7,123 new COVID-19 cases and 146 additional deaths reported. Chicago Teachers Union says all options are on the table if it doesn't agree CPS schools are safe to reopen. State VA official acknowledges employees with coronavirus allowed to work at LaSalle home where 33 veterans died. The spin, Lightfoot sorry for raid on innocent woman's home but a judge calls O'Hare romantic Pritzker disappointed vaccine shipments cut in half. Lightfoot introduces plan to close loopholes allowing Chicago police to cooperate with immigration agents. The following headlines are from FIS.org. 2 smuggled Indonesian orangutans fly home from Thailand. Supercyclone hits Fiji bringing floods, landslides. Scientists use NASA data to predict appearance of December 14, 2020 eclipse. When genetic data meets marketing. Organic molecules on a metal surface, a machinist's best friend. New path to rare earth mineral formation has implications for green energy and smart tech. Shark fishing bans partially effective, study. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, December 17th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Look back at the 2020 year in volcanoes. Humoral theory, inside the strange pseudoscience that dominated Western medicine for 2,000 years. Science also reckoned with race this year, how'd they do? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Man U striker Cavani charged by English law with misconduct. Volkswagen loses top court case in EU and diesel scandal. Turkey won't step back on S-400s despite US sanctions. World shares climb on hopes US finally to get more stimulus. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Bridge, December 17, 2020. Horoscopes December 17, 2020, Mila Jovovich, pay attention to the way you present yourself to the world. Word Game, December 17, 2020. Ask Amy, my boyfriend's mistress helped me catch him cheating. This was his response. Harriet Cole, my parents put all my things in the garage and say it's my problem. Miss Manners, I only now realize how rude I was, and I'm mortified. Dear Abby, why would she react this way to a friendly Facebook greeting? Coronavirus, outbreak in Contra Costa jails under investigation. Alameda County DA charges man with rape, robbery. Police seek witnesses to fatal Richmond shooting. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Top court rules Hungary flouted EU law by detaining migrants. Man sentenced in New Jersey crash that killed MIT student. France's presidential palace says President Emmanuel Macron has tested positive for COVID-19. New Welcome Center opens in southern Kentucky. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Led by black women, organizers in Georgia work to replicate election success in Senate runoff. AOC on ending the Pelosi era, Biden's corporate cabinet, and the battle for Medicare for all. AOC, Nancy Pelosi needs to go, but there's nobody to replace her yet. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, December 17, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. A shock to the PPE system. How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected measles vaccination rates? Coronavirus spread during dental procedures could be reduced with slower drill rotation. Oral contraceptive pills protect against ovarian and endometrial cancer. Reliable COVID-19 test could reduce virus spread. Still paying for broken smartphone display? Now, it is automatically fixed. Shark fishing bans partially effective. Impaired blood vessel and kidney function underlie heart disease risk in people with HIV. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Woman shot during domestic dispute in Austin. 7 shot, 1 fatally, Wednesday in Chicago. Man found fatally shot in Riverdale, police. Teen boy, 15, charged with February shooting that left 1 dead, 4 wounded at Southside convenience store, police. Horoscope for Thursday, December 17, 2020. Police search for Jeep wanted in connection with fatal October shooting in Roseland. Rookie Patrick Williams gets the start as Bulls hammer Thunder. Obama's promised land, out just a month, on track to outsell Clinton, Bush books. I want accountability, says woman seen in video of botched CPD raid. Coronavirus Live blog, December 16, 2020, less than 40% of CPS students plan to return for in-person learning. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. St. Louis superintendent, losing a school is like a death. After Trump's DECA defeat, St. Louis raises money for applicants. St. Louis schools closures are devastating, and great for loft developers. St. Louis legendary Mangia Italiano on South Grand is closing. Exclusive, at-home holiday cocktails, a Jack Daniel's holiday cocktail guide. How to get a tarot card reading online, best free tarot readings, app, live webcam, website, social media and more. Lumini reviews, legit sane Lumini supplement ingredients. Blood pressure 911 review, buyer Blair fake scam reviews. Best keto pills, keto weight loss pills, best keto diet pills. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Christmas will include sets from Zed's Dead, Claude Von Stroke, A.C. Slater, and more. Michigan Secretary of State writes hearing letter on why she turned down election hearing. Mackenzie Scott, philanthropist and ex-wife to Amazon overlord Jeff Bezos, donates millions to nonprofits, including in Michigan. Betsy DeVos calls on Education Department to resist Biden administration. You can catch virtual sets from Soul Clap, DJ Holographic, FJAAK, Dubfire and more this weekend. Dirt Room finds resonance in music that sounds kinda out there. Zigzag Claiborne walks us through the soundtrack to his new book, Afro Puffs Are the Antennae of the Universe. Free Will Astrology, December 16th to 22nd. A trip through the imagination of Zigzag Claiborne. Gay Dream Believer. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, December 17th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Upcoming Houston food events, get New Year's Eve feast to go from Underbelly. Abuse of Power, Harden, Easterby, Luno run Houston teams into the ground. What do all of these Texan injuries and suspensions mean for 2021? Best virtual bets, Cinderella, Capote, and a Cabaret. The 50 best music videos of 2020. You probably missed part 4, 2011. Houston holiday gifts for foodies. 12 days of favorite Houston food and drink experiences in 2020, part 7, delivery and to go. New findings from Harding Strait raid case set to be unveiled in hearing Friday. Houston Ballet offers a course of mini delights in Nutcracker Suites. Taylor Swift's intimate turn is one of 2020's highlights. The next headlines are about world records making news. Petersburg boat hunter sets world record, Wrangell Sentinel. Chennai girl makes world record by cooking 46 dishes in 58 minutes, internet is surprised, Times of India. Daredevils, Core of Signal set new world record, the Hitavita. Tamil Nadu's N. Lakshmi Sayeshri creates world record by cooking 46 dishes in 58 minutes, money control. The 22-point, world record outdoor life. Riantex and Barco help achieve Guinness World Record for largest projected video game display, AV Network. Bulgari CEO Jean-Christophe Babin on the watchmaker's latest world record, Tatler Hong Kong. Fish decoy carved by Michigan artist in 1940 sells for record price at auction, mlive.com. Nathan Johnson wins Concept 2 Skier World Sprints Championship, West Orange Times and Windermere Observer. World record holders Candy, Yeshinet to take part in RAC Half Marathon, Golf today. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. 3,400 dead. A new fitness tracker sensor can learn and recognize almost any activity. Genius Media Group is suing Google for antitrust. Alabama Amazon workers could become the first in the nation to unionize. Twitch bans the words simp and virgin, actual simps and virgins still welcome. The bond between Starlink's two biggest competitors just got tighter. Substack is getting an RSS feed because inboxes are disaster. Roku users are finally getting HBO Max. Discoveries that really seemed like aliens. Herman Miller's experiential concept store has to be the classiest place on earth to buy a gaming chair. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on earth in the past 24 hours was Birdsville Airport in Australia at 112.46 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on earth in the past 24 hours was Ojmchikin in Russia at minus 59.44 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 50.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. HBO Max patches its Roku hole 6 months after launch. Qualcomm promises 3 years of Android update for its entire Saga lineup. Google bought Cloud Ready, the largest Chromium OS distribution. What makes the Expanse so great? Good science, balancing epic with personal. Up to 3 million devices infected by malware-laced Chrome and Edge add-ons. 40 girls porn victims sue Pornhub for hosting sex trafficking videos. Google sees major services outages 2 days in a row. Astra set up a rocket launch with 5 people and came within seconds of orbit. Bitcoin price passes $20,000, setting new record. Reminder, donate to win swag in our annual charity drive sweepstakes. Next, announcements from the World Health Organization. Responding to a yellow fever outbreak in Nigeria amidst a global pandemic. The following headlines are from Raw Story. This hedge fund billionaire is a huge fan of Senator Kelly Loeffler, but why? Split-ticket voters helped Biden win Georgia. Can they aid the GOP in the runoffs? French President Emmanuel Macron has tested positive for COVID-19. Donald Trump will be a destructive force to his final hour, but here's how we start to undo the damage right now. Mental health expert calls for invoking 25th Amendment. Every day Donald Trump is in office, we are in danger. Trump's wrong. 15% herd immunity is not on par with strength of a vaccine. The delusions of MAGA world are starting to crumble as right-wing outlets acknowledge Biden's victory. Critics slam Rand Paul after he makes bogus claim about presidential election. National Review ripped after trashing Dr. Joe Biden for teaching in community college where slow students go. GOP congressman who once shouted "You lie" during Obama address tests positive for COVID. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. A black professor's colleague called the cops on him. What the school did next made it much worse. National security experts warn Trump is promoting terrorism. Voting is life or death. How Georgia Democrats are organizing in one of the earliest COVID hotspots. COVID relief package contains a $120 billion gift to the super wealthy. Southern California jails have become COVID super spreaders. Poverty has skyrocketed since UI benefits ran out. Former Trump cybersecurity official begs GOP to call this stuff out and end it. Chart of the day, stimulus today versus stimulus in 2009. Roasting cable news with top tweets from comedian Leslie Jones. Lunchtime photo. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. The making of, and effort to save, the Bigfoot Discovery Museum, Good Times Weekly. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. The Socialism of Freeman Dyson, The Wire Science. To the moon and back, Chinese R&D is leaving the US behind, The Business Times. Plumes on icy world hold clues about what lies beneath, UA News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Resilience of children in disasters, a multi-system perspective, Wiley. S-adenylyl L-homocysteine hydrolase links methionine metabolism to the circadian clock and chromatin remodeling, science advances. Your brain on code isn't like your brain on language, iProgrammer. Aptinix appoints Andy Kidd, MD, President and Chief Operating Officer, StreetInsider.com. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. COVID is reshaping death, and maybe life, The Wall Street Journal. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, December 17, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Government refuses to rule out alien or non-human technology. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, December 17, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.